spending a lot of time in the S-band because Matt has already showed the most basic characteristics of the joint venture, the initiative, of the value. But the first, just to stress one concept. What we appreciate of the initiative was the sharing, in the meaning, just for the very beginning, Eutelsat and SES are cooperating. This is a very useful and rational way to approach a new business, because a new business not always is an immediate granting of new money to come. This has put together the best enemies, as Giuliano was, together to cooperate and to. This is a clear value and a clear way of doing that we support. Then the services already mentioned from the multimedia, the mobile side, the vehicular, the automotive, and then the voice and data application, which are quite interesting because even in this, as I mentioned before, one of our major customers are the administration for public safety and for emergency solutions. So S-band is useful for us and for our portfolio of services. The network, the hybrid infrastructure as a support. That's a quite interesting message. And the network is just not only satellite. There is the ground component, complementary, but the complementary ground component can leverage existing infrastructure, both from the broadcast side and from the mobile environment. Our high tower, our medium tower, and all the cellular sites of mobile operators. This is quite important because either we build up a very efficient network for the complementary ground component, or the economics of the whole system may blow up. Exactly what has done in a wrong way, sometimes just looking at the terrestrial DVB-H deployment, when there has been too much ambition, too much emphasis, and too much expensive project of networks to put in place. This happened probably in some countries like France, and the expected pricing for these services astonished, worried, killed the baby in the how do you say
in the cradle.
In the cradle. Thanks. In this S-band project, the key issue is not to kill the baby. So solutions may be done because already we have a big, an important investment, which is the satellite. It's trying to share for all the different crunch of services, the mobile, the vehicular, and the public safety emergency networks, well, a sort of combination of the existing UMTS networks with the existing DVB-H where it exists. There are some countries where they exist already, and with the new deployment of SH transmitter and in the field. Here we have, not to make any definition, the country is a country which is not easy to consider, to see. Well, we can make a joke, which country is this? But in any case, might be Italy, might be Spain. But in any case, there are different cities in which it's logical to have a different coverage. It's logical to have a 3G indoor, an intensive coverage. It is already done, of course. It is rational to imagine that there would be a deployment of a DVB-H or DVB-SH solution with indoor coverage. And then if we go down in the inhabitants for the cities, probably the coverage that we should expect is really reduced. We can just have a DVB-H or DVB-SH outdoor, and then we must leverage at all the facility of the fact that the SH is giving, since the very beginning, a full European coverage. So all the territory you have, this is the big footprint covered by the S-band satellite. In some cases, this just need to be maintained as an SH outdoor solution with some terrestrial support, not too much. How much this will cost? It depends exactly from the real final technical analysis that we are going to take place in a month from now. Because once the satellite is in orbit, we can really make the fine-tuning of all this for all these services. We have some idea, but this can work if the whole check and expensive for the players and the final ending customer of the services will be in equilibrium. The last part, I think, in the afternoon and then the subsequent presentation will be analyzed, but we are supporting this, making a lot of facilities and technologically enabling the test and the fine-tuning of the solution. At the World Mobile Congress, we have deployed, cooperate with all the partners in the value chain, with the terminals, with the chips manufacturer, and with the equipment transmitter manufacturer, and we have covered the city, given the full SH coverage, and which has given the possibility to test the service. Apart from this, jointly with the EAs and with the colleagues that all during the day will follow me in the speech, we have participated to the European project in order to facilitate the standardization and the solution to be put in place. I am not going to go into these details for two reasons. I am not a technician, and second, because there will be more in-depth presentation. Just the conclusion. We must create a mobile hybrid broadband infrastructure when possible. We must learn from the past experience, and I was mentioning France, I was mentioning some case of Italy. We must cooperate, share, and optimize the network since the very beginning. The other way is killing us. Be hybrid. It's not nice. It's like, but in any case, be hybrid in technology, in spectrum, in platforms, and business model. This is a clear belief that we have. Be flexible and adaptable in pricing and service offering. We cannot imagine to recover all the investment done in the satellite since the very beginning. If this had been done at the birth of the first DTH revolution, we will never have been capable to have the success of the satellite offer. So we must be I know that you like this kind of sentence from the shareholder, but I think that we must be reasonable in terms of pricing of all this service. Then we must facilitate and not create burden. And this is a regulatory appeal. Sometimes, in order to create a situation which are excessive of competition or strictly not allowing the cooperate, sharing, and optimizing concept, we have again not killed but created situations which are difficult for the baby to grow. I think that the European Union has done a very good job till the moment with this standard, but let's take care of not creating excessive burden at the national level or not creating complexity which doesn't allow this revolution. Then we must start small, think big, and grow fast. I've stolen this sentence. It's HP, but I think it applies to this situation because probably starting from the automotive business, but thinking of big in creating a real hybrid broadband network infrastructure and trying to grow fast with some success, it is the clear recipe for transforming the S-band opportunity in a reality.